Hello, welcome to this weekend vlog with a twist. If you haven't met me before, hi, my name's Cheryl. Please excuse me, we are in comfy mode. It is the weekend and we appear as we appear. This weekend we're going to have a craftathon. We are going to try and get as many things finished on a load of sewing. I've got some crochet stuff to do and we're going to see how many things we can get done over this Saturday and Sunday. I have a list on my phone and I will write it here for you as I go, but yeah, and obviously I'll give you a quick show of some things that are available, but most bits are here in this bag. And yeah, we'll start off. I'm planning to make some trousers out of this fabric, this mono fabric. These are going to be any patterns I use will be listed down below. I try and buy patterns from a combo of, you know, the big lot as well as little sellers. I follow a lot of people on Instagram and YouTube, so yeah, so I get a lot of patterns that way. So yeah, so if I just list through all my sewing projects, probably will be easiest, and obviously I will show you things as I go. But yeah, and obviously as I go through each thing, you know, to sew it, I will show you the pattern I'm using. So yeah, just makes life easier that way. So this weekend I am hoping to finish some sewing themed bloomers, bloomer themed trousers that I've made. They just need an elastic waistband. I'm hoping to cut and sew some mono trousers that are a wide leg trouser pattern with an elastic waistband and pockets. I've just got it listed on my thing as mum dress. Which is the Sophie dress pattern from Oralin. I have made the main body and done all the collar and the front placket. I need to add sleeves, cuffs and a ruffle. Then that is done. It was meant to be her birthday present last January of 23. We are, no, 24. We are now in March 25, so I really need to get it done, funnily enough. I've got this amazing like 80s jumper pattern, you know, dress that I'm hoping to carry on. I've got a chunk of it done, I need to finish that, gather the skirt up, attach it, all that kind of fun stuff. And then I have crochet projects. I finished doing the edging on this wonderful sweater vest I've made in like a week and a half. I just need to steam it to block it. I have a sunflower cardigan that I need to finish sewing the ends on, and then I also need to steam block that. So I have those 3 jobs as well. So yeah, my aim is, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 7 jobs. It will be amazing if I can get all of them done. I will be so happy. But yeah, so that is my aim for this weekend, is to try and get as many of them done as possible, because some of these things I am hoping to take on a holiday. I go to Paris in 2 weeks for 5 days with my sister. So yeah, and we're doing Disney, we're doing main Paris, you know, museums and various bits. I've been several times and it's, yeah, my favourite place to go. But yeah, please excuse the state of me, by the way. If you watch my vlogs you will know I suffer from depression and anxiety, and I've been face picking like mad this morning. So yeah, and the weekends I am in proper comfy mode, so you get me as I appear, fuzzy pyjamas and all. So yeah, so I do not put makeup on, I do not do airs and graces. You get me as like I'm. The most glamorous I might get is my hair might go in a little ponytail and I acquire some glasses. So yeah, that's kind of how we roll. Yeah, so today's aim is, yeah, see how far we can get on that list. I'm going to start in the living room. Currently sat in my living room now. I'll start in the living room, and then later my son and his friend are going to do a whole load of their own craft projects. They do 3D printing, model making, and yeah, they're going to have their own thing. So then bit later there will be a change of venue and we'll go to my room, which is the same size as my living room, thankfully. So yeah, so we will go sew that into the thing, but we are going to start off the day with cutting out these trousers. This fabric I picked up from my local fabric store. So yeah, so I am going to cut this out in my living room because I have a nice long living room, so lots of floor space, which is great for trouser cutting. So yeah, so I'm going to cut out this pattern, so then I have all the pieces cut out, and then yeah, as the day progresses we will be moving on, which is great. But yeah, so my aim is today, if I could get the, let's have a look, if I can steam my crochet vest, do the sewing themed bloomers, and I'm not sure, either the Monet trousers or my mum's dress. Get those 3 things done today would be magic. So yeah, so then I've got obviously stuff to do then tomorrow, so, or just if I could do my mum's dress and then part bits. So yeah, so we're going to see how we go, but that's kind of aim of this vlog, is we are going to, yeah, go see how far we go, and obviously I will show you how far, you know, what I'm starting with each project, you know, how far I've gotten, and then hopefully the finished garment by the end of this weekend. But yeah, so that is this weekend's vlog. Usually I do a weekend vlog where I just sit and chat and do all sorts, but I thought we're gonna have a themed vlog this weekend. So yeah, so this is technically, let me just turn my internet on. All of this, by the way, is very, as it comes unedited. I'm not make everything perfect. This is technically weekend vlog 11, but it's going to be a you know, craft weekend. You know, how many things can we sew in a weekend, how many projects can we finish in a weekend kind of mission. So yeah, so come join me and see how many things we can get done this weekend. Yeah, tick loads of bits off my, you know, UFOs and yeah, my whip projects. So yeah, so then I can have loads of lovely finished garments, some to gift, some to keep, some to take with me to, you know, as some holiday clothing. Obviously I'll wear it before and after as well, but you know, holiday clothes. All the places to wear Monet themed trousers, it's kind of Paris. So yeah, so yeah, so I'm gonna go cut these out and I'll come to you a bit later, and yeah, we will, you know, get started with some sewing. But for now I'm just going to cut out these trousers while I have space in the living room, and also I need to put a few bits and pieces away because yeah, I need to make space for the boys later, for their various model buildings and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, come with me on my weekend and let's see how many things we can get done. Hello, we're on to our first job of the day while I still have access to my living room not filled with models. We are going to steam block, just so this little bit on the edges where I've sewn on the edging just to get it lay more flat. Steam block this rainbow scalloped sweater vest I've crocheted. So yeah, so I have got my steamer here, vest here, Pink Pony Club ready on my phone. So yeah, so I'm going to set you up for a quick time lapse. I'm going to steam block this, and then we are going to cut out Monet trousers with the Sienna trouser pattern by NH Patterns, which I'll link down below. So yeah, so these are my 2 big living room jobs I'm going to get done first. So yeah, so let's get started. Hello, as you would have seen, I have steam blocked my rainbow sweat vest. I'm leaving it on the table right now. It looks so good. I've cut out the Monet trousers. Literally took like 12 minutes to cut them out. I always procrastinate cutting out trousers. I swapped to a thinner layer on top just because it's warm, but I'm still in the mood to need sleeves right now. We're going to chill in the living room till Ryan's friend doesn't come to pick him up yet. Ryan's my son, by the way. If you are new here, if you are new, feel free to drop us a subscribe and a like and a comment, you know. Love to have new friends here. You're all beautiful people. So yeah, so while they're still yet to even appear to then go out and then do other stuff and then come back here, I'm going to take advantage of use the living room as long as I can because it's nice and big and clear. So yeah, so I'm going to start off with the sewing theme bloomers, bloomer trousers. These are a Tina Givens pattern that are free. They are the Plinka trousers. Ignore the waistband, it looks very wide. It is, yeah, so they're obviously elasticated waist. I sewed these when I was having a really good sewing day because everything is French seamed inside. So I was having a really good day that day. Everything, even the sides, there's no side seams. I do have some spare fabric if I wanted to add pockets, but I'm not going to. I know usually everything's add pockets, but I want these as layering pieces, so I want these to go underneath a skirt that's slightly hiked up or underneath a dress, you know, kind of vibes. So they don't need pockets because I won't be able to access them anyway. And the dress or skirt I wear will have pockets on them. So yeah, but they are simple, just wide leg trousers, and they have little pleats on the bottom. And yet it's this amazing like French sewing advertisement fabric I've had for a very long time. Nearly got rid of it several times if I'm entirely honest, but I finally used it. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is turn them inside out, fold it over on the inside and just fold over a hem like that to give us a really good channel. Sew this down, leave a little gap. I have elastic, I'm going to measure my waist, and then yeah, thread it through, sew it together, sew the elastic together, and then sew up the little hole. Then bloomers are done. So yeah, so we will be 2 projects down. It's currently 20 to 1 on Saturday, so yeah, I'm feeling very, very motivated today because yeah, basic thing is the more things I sew, the more things I finish, the less guilt I feel about having unfinished projects on my sewing table. There is now just one that is I think it's an 1890s, 1900 like skirt, walking skirt, of which I made, and then I gained weight and they didn't fit, and I haven't tried it on since I've then lost a lot of weight again. So, unintentionally, by the way. Nervous breakdowns and burnout. Apparently they're a beautiful diet. Yeah, if you're new here, I have a very dark sense of humour and very open about everything, you know. But yeah, if you are a lovely regular who's used to me, you know me, my dark sense of humour by now. But yeah, so no, so this is the aim, is yeah, gonna turn these inside out, fold them over, give it a hem, and then yeah, sew it down, and then yeah, chuck some elastic through it, sew up the little gap, and then we are done with that one. Trying to think what was I gonna do. I was gonna do my mum's dress them on it. I'm thinking Monet trousers because Monet trousers, they're trousers with Monet. And I did make a pair of these trousers recently, so yeah, and the pockets are kind of new to me, a new way of doing the pockets. They have a little edge and then the pockets, so yeah, so I can kind of crack through it. And yet my mum's dress and the 80s style dress I've got left involve a lot of gathering. I'm not a fan of gathering, if I'm entirely honest. I find it very tedious. I have I have more sewing machines than people in my house. I'm down to 3. I used to have more. But yeah, I do have a gathering foot, but it's for my old machine. And I have a hand crank machine, and I just don't, yeah. It's easier to do the 2 lines of sewing and gather it and all that, but still. Effort. But yeah, so cool. I'm going to crack on with this. Basically, I'm not really going to do too many time lapses, otherwise you guys are going to be sick to death of just seeing me go in super speed. So for this, I'm just going to crack on with it and show you the finished garment at the end. But yeah, here is the before without any elastic. So yeah, and then I'm going to now fold it down. I might try them on very quickly just to get an idea of where I want them to sit, because usually they're quite drop crotch, but I'm thinking if I have them slightly higher I can use them as a nice layer in the summer. So yeah, so I might quickly try them on over the trousers I've got on now, and then yeah, so that is kind of the plan. So yeah, so I'm going to quickly try them on just to figure out where I want the waistband, sew the waistband, chuck the elastic in, bada bing bada boom. And yeah, gonna carry on listening to some music today. It's that kind of day. I've got my door open, we've got fresh air coming in. It's not sunny today like it has been this week, but my god, it's, yeah, it's lovely to be able to actually open the door, have fresh air in. It's feeling spring-like. So but yeah, so I'm gonna crack on and I'll catch up with you when we are done and dusted with this. So yeah, it's 1:45. Let's see how long it takes me. Hello, time check, it is 1:15. Waistband is done. Bloomers, tick. Here is a view of them from the front. It has got an elastic waistband. I know it seems really small, but it's got lots of stretch, and I keep over elasticking, like putting too much in, and they get baggy so quick. So yeah, so where my trousers sit on me, it's really hard body dysmorphia when you make clothes, because the size you cut out and the size you make is not the size you are, which I'm having to relearn. So yeah, but yeah, so this is my waistband that fits beautifully. It has a little bit of give in it for bloke, because we're realistic, we make bloke friendly clothing. We are not one size, we fluctuate during the day. I have food allergies, I have emotional anxiety belly, you know, it's life. So yeah, so folded the waistband over, sewed it, and I even did an extra line of sewing. So there's 2 lines to hold the elastic in place so it does not curl. And yeah, I gave a little bit of a decorative stitch. I'll show it. I'm not sure how easy it'd be to see in white. You kind of see it. See there? On the back. So I've got a knowledge of what's the back and what's the front. And yeah, tried them on. They're usually I have them quite drop crotchy, a bit baggier, because I usually layer them with tights, but obviously I would like these to be the layer, so I have pulled them up a bit higher so they fit more. They're not so drop crotch, they're actually fitted. So yeah, so there we go, finished project that I completely actually forgot I had done. So there we go, so 2 projects down, more to go. I'm gonna go get my thread. I think I picked up purple thread for this one, and I may need to get my bobbin winder. I lost the little hook on my sewing machine, so I can't do it on my machine. I picked a purple to go with this Monet fabric, because yeah, you can see why. You could pick any colour, but I thought purple would go good. So yes, I'm gonna go get my purple thread, have a look at my bobbin, see if I've got a coordinating bobbin, and if not, I might just wind another one anyway. I have a spare nearly empty black one here that I've taken off. So yeah, and I'm going to get going on the Monet trousers next, and yeah, see how we can do it, and then tomorrow will be gathering day. That was my kid. Bless him. So yeah, but no, having a good day listening to Naughty's Pop on Amazon Music. That's all the noises today. Listen to Naughty's Pop on Amazon Music while I do this. So yeah, so next one is Monet trousers. So yeah, so I'm gonna go get my thread and that. It's 1:20. See how we go. But yeah, obviously I'll check in with you as I go and show you bits and pieces. but I'm quite liking this productive vlog. It kind of holds me to account. If I say here are the projects I'd like to do, here is a weekend, let's do it, it holds me to account. It makes me do things that I maybe heavily procrastinate and go, would rather not. But once I get them done, I'm like, oh, look at all the things I've added to my wardrobe that only I have, because no one else has thought to make, you know, that. So yeah, it adds to my dopamine wardrobe, which I am working on. So yeah, so let me go get some thread and some bobbins and all the good stuff, and let's start sewing some pockets, because you start with the pockets on this pattern, then the legs, then you put it together. So yeah, so let's crack on and make some Monet trousers. Hello, we are doing a check-in for Monet trousers. We are just over an hour since I started. We have got pockets done. They've got fancy style pocket bags and edging where it goes on just the front, and I've done like the nicest top stitching ever. So yeah, just pinning the side seams to sew them together, and then I've got to pin the inside seams. Then it will be fold over the top, waistband, elastic. Then I'm going to just get my other pair I made, because obviously I'll try them on anyway for the elastic for these, but I will just use my other pair to know how much to take them up, because my other pair fit perfectly and I really like the length on them. So I'm going to go with the pair on my other pair I've made of these trousers. So yeah, so I think in the next hour I should have them finished, which is project number 3 of the day. It is 2:30. Yeah, I can't believe how much I'm getting done. It feels ridiculous. I am the biggest procrastinator, but yeah, whizzing through it today. So I think because yesterday I did a lot of tidying up and organising and sorting, so I don't feel quite so discombobulated and everything's everywhere, and that weird guilt you get from, you know, looking around going, ooh, need to do that, ooh, need to do that. I am feeling quite guilt-free today, and knowing that I can just do this because, and it helps, you know, holiday clothes. Most people will go out and buy bits in town and go get stuff for their holiday. I have made a cardigan, I have made a sweater vest, I've made a pair of trousers to take on holiday with me, as well as stuff that I already own, obviously. If it's not already been handmade, it is second hand, including my shoes, which I'm quite proud of. So yeah, so you know, if it's not handmade by me, it's second hand, which is quite impressive. So yeah, so it's quite nice to be able to do that with my wardrobe. I'm getting more and more of it specific to what I like, or you know, following how I would like things to be, which is more second hand, you know, made things. Especially at the moment, I'm really into making things, you know. Again, I kind of didn't have the mental capacity or the ability to kind of cope with it, but getting back onto it, sewing has been I've had a real struggle with it. So yeah, I've really threw myself into crochet the past three and a bit months since I learnt just before Christmas, and yeah, it's been a real good coping mechanism, but I can't overdo it, because yeah, so I need to find balance is what I'm trying to do. If that means making a pair of trousers for my holiday, it means making a pair of trousers for my holiday. And yeah, I'm very particular about trousers. I'm really fussy. I struggle in commercial shops for trousers. I'm 5'3", 5'4", I'm short. And I have quite a big bum, but a smaller waist. Yeah, it's just, yeah, all kinds of things, and I'm very particular and quite sensory on a lot of things. So yeah, so it's a lot, but no, I'm really happy for my hour check-in. We have got a pair of physical trousers happening. So yeah, so I have even French seamed the back and front crotch, used a little bit extra fabric because I didn't kind of put enough in for that, but they are still very wide, and obviously it is an elasticated waist, so there is a lot of give in these, so you know, it all should be alright. But yeah, so now I've got to sew the sides down and just be careful not to catch the front edge of the pocket, and yeah, get these going. But yeah, boys popped out, his friends finally come around, they're off to go get bits from B&Q and all sorts, so yeah, but yeah, so I'm gonna go now. I will give you a checkup in the next hour, or if I finish them before that. But yeah, gonna sew side seams inside the crotch seam, waistband, take the hem the bottoms, and then yeah, all good. There we go, sorry, kids messaging me. But yeah, so yeah, and there we go. So yeah, so battery's flashing, so I'll catch up with you in the next hour, and yeah, hopefully we'll have some finished trousers, so I will catch up with you in a wee bit. Hello, it is, as a time check, 4 o'clock. It's taken an hour and a half because I had a snack break and Rye came in, so yeah, I gave him a hand bringing in stuff, but just over 2 hours I would call it. We have a pair of elasticated waist trousers with some, not that I'm showing off, but some very professional looking pockets. They go down the wide leg, down the bottoms, so yeah, trousers. So very happy with them. These are going to look amazing. These are going to be for my last day in Paris. Going to go fabric shopping that day and just do mama and tat shopping, just yeah. We don't have any big plans, but we've got loads of little stuff, so yeah, so these will be very comfortable and look amazing. So yeah, so there we go. So project number 3, good, tick. I'm actually going to have a wee break now because obviously I've been a busy bean most of the day, and yeah, I had a little snack, a couple of bananas, but I am starving, so I am going to have some actual half decent food. I'm going to have a late lunch. Ryan's come in with baguettes because I asked him to pick up some from Asda. So yeah, so for dinner we're gonna have sausage and baguettes, posh hot dogs basically. But yeah, so I think next time you will see me craft wise, I will probably be by then in my bedroom doing bits and pieces this evening. Even if I just get like loads of the stitching done ready to gather, would be pretty good. But yeah, or if I just stop for today, I'm happy with what I've done. I think in reality what I'm going to do is either a bit of gathering and bits and pieces, or I'm thinking I might just do a whole load of sewing in ends on my sunflower cardigan. But for now I need some food, and later me will make the decisions on what I'm going to do, but for now food and a chill out. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful people a little bit later. But yeah, I am really chuffed with how much I've done, you know. I've got 3 finished handmade garments, you know, made by my little fair hands. So I'm picking up all the loose threads off my sofa. So yeah, so I'm going to go get myself some food and I'll catch up with you a bit later, and we will see what else I get round to doing. Hello, good evening. It's just gone 7:30. The realism of burnout and creativity it's fun, but it's exhausting. I have not long woken up from a nap, proper hit by a wall of tired, so I've had like a 2-hour sleep. and I'm kind of done for the day. So yeah, very pleased with what I've got done though with the 3 projects. I think I'm gonna I might try and do some ends on the sunflower cardigan because I can have it on my laps, yeah, so, but that is planned, so I will do that, and we'll catch up again tomorrow in our mission of how many things can we do in a weekend. So yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, good morning, happy Sunday. We are on day 2 of our Sew Craftathon. Obviously, as you saw yesterday, we were very productive. We got 3 out of the 6 projects done, which is amazing, to be honest. If I just did that all weekend, I'd be chuffed. But I have an empty house today. I have an empty table. I can do some more. So, yeah. So today's plan is basically to see how far we get for the old Sewing Mojo, or Sojo as I name it, as yeah, stupid names, runs out really. So today's missions, if I choose to accept them, are work on my mum's dress, the Auralin Sophie dress. I've got my 80s jumper dress, the Simplicity one, and I have got to weave in ends and steam my cardigan. Of them, I don't think I can obviously get the cardigan done. That's fine. That was over ambitious anyway. If I can get my mum's dress done, I will be so happy. You know, that would be amazing. So yeah, so that would be great if I can get my mum's dress done today. If I can start anything on the other dress, that'd be even better. But you know, we do have to be slightly realistic sometimes. So if I get 1 project done, amazing. If I can get 1 and a bit or 2, 1,000 out of 10. So yeah, we're going to see how far we can get today. But today's main mission is to get my mum's dress done, which involves I have all the pieces cut out, thankfully. I have got to do arms or sleeves, attach the cuffs to the sleeves. I think I've got attached pockets to the dress. And then, yeah, sew the sides of the dress up, obviously the arms, and then attach a big ruffle at the bottom and hem everything and get it all gathered. And yeah, now that I have a steamer, which is a very cool, useful thing, I will hang it up because it is, you know, that kind of fabric. Hang it up and blast it with a quick steam, so it will look very nice rather than it's been crumpled in a basket for over a year. So yeah, so that's kind of the aim. And yeah, we're going to see how far we get to by the end of this evening. And what I will do is, obviously, we will go over, you know, list all the finished projects, and I'll do a little, you know, space to put a side-by-side try-on of everything in. So then you can see the finished item actually tried on. I'm trying really hard in this video to change up my way of filming and also change up a bit of my way of editing. I'm trying to be a bit more ambitious. So yeah, please let me know what you think, you know, with some of the additional little extras I'm chucking in. It's not a lot, but for me it's a lot. It's something, you know. I didn't, you know, I've learnt how to edit things and do this as I go, to be entirely honest. I know a lot of this is just the footage chucked in. I remove anything where I'm maybe not meant to say something, you know, don't want to say anything about, you know, specifics of where I live or, you know, names of things. But yeah, a lot of this is just as I film it. So yeah, so that's kind of how we roll. But for now, it's, yeah, just coming up to 10:15 in the morning. I have been away since 8:30. Ryan has went out for the day. They've gone to a museum somewhere. I don't know where, but they have. I have their table. I let them leave some of their stuff set up yesterday because it just didn't make sense to pack it all away. They were rounding up at about 1 in the morning, just before 1 in the morning when I came in. I'm like, I am going to bed. do you want to round up? In a kind of, you know, polite, this is nice, but we're not having a 2 in the morning situation. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm going to sit down, have some breakfast. I've had my meds. If you need to have your meds, have a hydrating drink. And yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of a rest this morning, just because I want to take it easy, because it is Sunday, it's chill day. But yeah, today's aim is, yeah, working on the dress for my mum. So we've got to do gathering, quite a bit of gathering. We'll gather the top of the sleeves. I've got thankfully I don't have to do any more plackets, because yeah, I said about doing tiny buttons and my mum can't kind of do those with her hand. So it's like, cool. She can slip it on. She's tried on my dress, which is the bonus. She's tried on the exact same size dress, and it's like perfect. So yeah, so she's like, no buttons, no bits. And I'm like, you do not know the ease you've just given me. I will actually finish it now. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, but first I'm going to have a bit of a chill for breakfast, and obviously I'll come back to you. And I'm even going to try and set up my tripod to film a bit of sewing today, because obviously on the table is a bit easier than on the stool thing where I sit. And my chair is really comfy. So yeah. So, but for now, I'm gonna have some breakfast and chill out and, you know, watch a bit of stuff this morning, and then yeah, we will get busy with the fizzy. So yeah, so I'll come back to you when we get sewing, and yeah, I will obviously start filming some stuff, and I'll give you a sort of time check-in of, oh, I've been doing this for an hour. This is how far we've got. You know, or just, here's the beginning, you know, this was the beginning, this is how far we've got, we've added sleeves, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you probably in, yeah, an hour and a bit once we get going, and yeah, see how far we can get on our sewing list today. But yeah, I'm really pleased with, you know, this little, you know, break of the norm, and yeah, having a themed weekend is quite fun, you know, so all very good. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you guys in a wee bit as we get going. Hello, we are an hour and a half into sewing. I've got Lady Gaga going in my headphones. You just pause for a sec. There we go. I'm cracking on with my mum dress. I've just video recorded actually to show her it, and she's so excited. Even better, she invited me for dinner. So I've now got a little bit of a time limit because I do want to take it down to her, and also roast lamb dinner is my favourite. So yeah, I will show you how far I've got. I've made the cuffs, both layers, done them so all the raw edges are on the insides. I have gathered the tops of the sleeves, attached both sleeves, and I have just sewn 2 rows of gathering threads to gather up these sleeves to attach them into these cuffs, and then I will be sewing them in right sides to right sides kind of way, and then flipping them and just doing nice folding and top stitching on the machine, trying to get the whole thing done by machine. And then it is a case of sewing together. There are 6 chunks of fabric, sewing together these, and then again gathering stitches, pulling them in, attaching them in, and then hemming. Then it is done. Of course I will go through it with my pinking shears. I have not finished the edges very well on the insides. Some of it I have, some of it hasn't. So yeah, so I will just go through it with pinking shears and pinking shear it off. I did have an overlock up, but I recently gave it to my sister. It needs a good fix, and to be honest, I don't really use it. So yeah, so I'm not, you know, if I want to get one in time I might, but I'm not sort of gutted or really want one. But yeah, so that is my aim now, is to get this dress completely finished and handed over today, which will be amazing. I might see if I get a little bit of my jumper dress done, even if I could get like some gathering bits done, and I think there is some hand stitching on that, so I might get the gathering bits done and take that to my mum so I can hand stitch it down there. And also I'm going to bring the cardigan down with me to even ends, either or. So So yeah, so I will take a project with me. So we might have the roundup and the finishing of this crafty vlog tomorrow, just so I've got the evening to finish sewing. But yeah, so I'm doing really well for an hour and a half. It's currently 12:30. My mum said dinner is ready for about 5ish, so I have got 4.5 hours till dinner. Obviously I need to get the bus down to my mum's house, so yeah, so I've got like just under 4 hours, so we are going to see what we can get done. Obviously as I get stuff done I will check in with you, but yeah, so in an hour and a half I have just had a lovely video chat with my mum. I've got the sleeves gathered, in the armholes sewn, put together obviously. I've got the cuffs put together and I've just done the gathering stitches, so I'm now about to gather these down to fit into the cuffs, and then yeah, attach the cuffs, and then we're onto the ruffle at the bottom. So yeah, so oh, and I need to put there is a little button on the back because there is a little keyhole, so I need to sew a button onto the back. I've got the loop and everything on. The front is meant to have buttons, but it doesn't, it just sits open nicely. The only thing is that I will notice, so I might put a couple of stitches or just go over it with the machine, is on my front placket this little bit didn't catch. So yeah, obviously I did that sewing way before, and actually part of the thread has come undone underneath, and it does show where I looped round, so I might just re-sew that tiny bit. I might unpick it, those couple of stitches, and re-sew it, just so my brain can stop going, yeah, it's a beautiful dress, apart from that tiny, like not even a, you know, half a centimetre's worth of little tiny pop seam. Because that's the downside of making clothes, you pick faults in it. Doesn't matter that it's a beautiful dress, I will pick a fault in it somewhere. So this is why I don't usually make things for people. But yeah, so I am about to gather down some sleeves, and obviously I'll set you guys up for a bit of filming so you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll probably do that with the ruffling of the hem and attaching that, because that is just a case of ruffle, gather, attach. So a bit easier to do. Cuffs are a bit more fiddly, so yeah, so I'm going to get these done off camera, and then yeah, I will give you a little bit of a time lapse doing the dress as I'm going. But yeah, so doing pretty well, I'm very pleased. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to get this done today, which is amazing, and my mum can have it, even more amazing. So yeah, so cuffs, ruffle, hem it, cuffs, ruffle, hem it, and fix that teeny tiny little bit on the front because it niggles on me. So yeah, and then we'll see what I need to do on the jumper dress to see what project I take to my mum's house, because I will take a project. But yeah, but no, we're having a very good day. I'm listening to, I've already went through Britney Spears' greatest hits, and I'm currently on Lady Gaga, the Fame Monster, because I forget what good album it is. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying updating people on what I'm listening to, because it goes from like My Chemical Romance, him, the Rasmus, to Chapel Roan, Lady Gaga, good old Taylor Swift, my therapist. So yeah, so I have a wide diverse taste in music. So yeah, so today we are having female pop singers, and it's a very good way to get through it. And I know I'm by myself and I can play out loud, but there is a comfort in having headphones on and a real nice bubble. I've pulled this too just for a second, because otherwise you want to, the camera likes to focus on the background light, not my face. So but yeah, so I'll catch up with you when I get going, so when I've done some more. So yeah, so we're gonna attach some cuffs and then get the ruffle put together, gathered. Obviously I'll film some of that for you, and then we will come together when at the end, so I can give you another time to check in and ta-da, hopefully. So yeah, see you in a wee bit. hello, as a time check-in, it is 2:30 and I'm finished. We're going to ignore the fact that bits of this are damp because I've just spilt a can of bit of Pepsi on it. Thankfully it's my mum. It can go in the washing machine if it needs to. But yeah, that I had a little bit left in my can and it fell over while I was hunting for a bun. So hence why I always say I would never make things for other people, because yeah, at least with family it comes with it. If it's a bit shit, they've got to like it because they're family, or you know, they can at least be honest. But yeah, so here we go, finished dress. I fixed the little bit with the popped seam, that is fixed. We have got sleeves that are all gathered beautifully on the top. We have got cuffs, they're soft because if you are new here, my mum had an arm injury, so yeah, so everything is soft and got to accommodate bandages and swelling and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, so yeah, sleeves, and then we go down. It has pockets, by the way. Then a lovely big ruffled, excuse the squeaking of my chair, ruffle on the bottom, which is hemmed. So yeah, and I have went on the inside and I have used my pinking shears on the hem just inside. So yeah, so that has been, you know, gone round. I just need to go through and basically cut strings, really, you know, leftover bits of thread. I want to put a button on the back, which is the whole reason why I spilled a drink. Hence why, yeah, if you look, it's a bit damp here and a bit there, but it's not majorly obvious and it is drying quite quickly. But yeah, all the fun. I'm kind of done with sewing for the day because I don't want to sew another ruffle at all today. This was a lot of ruffling, the bottom bit, and this was with taking half of the bits I'd cut out to do it. So yeah, my sewing energy to be doing yet more gathers and ruffles is kind of not there right now. So I'm going to save the Simplicity 80s dress to be a project for next week, which will be very nice. So instead, yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a chill out. I think chuck something on TV, and I'm going to take my sunflower cardigan, which is sitting here. I've never actually showed you it. If you've seen it on the weekly vlogs and that, you have seen it. But yeah, my sunflower long dust coat style cardigan I've made. I've started weaving in the ends. I'm starting from the bottom and the sides, but there is a lot of squares. There's 105 in this cardigan, and then I've crocheted edging and some really lovely cuffs. And obviously sleeves will need doing. I mean, I've done a chunk at the bottom. If I hold it up, you can see what a difference it makes to weaving the ends and then what it doesn't. So yeah, I really need to work on this. So yeah, so I think I'm going to take this to my mum's house and weave in ends there. I don't think I'm going to get all of them done, so it will not be steamed today. God, this chair squeaks, my apologies. So yeah, but have we done, we'll call it 4.5. Well, 1, 2, 3, yesterday 4, and then a half we'll call. Sunflower cardigan is half. I mean, technically if we split it up into weaving in ends and steaming, it was like 7 jobs, but still I'm not going to get all the ends weaved in. I would call that an amazingly productive weekend. So yeah, so obviously I'm just going to lean to the side here and do this to show some try-on clips. I'm going to sneakily ask my mum if she could try this on for me, just so I can get a little clip of her wearing it. But yeah, so first of all we did the sewing thing bloomers, which came out amazing. They will be very fun layered underneath stuff, especially like linen dresses and doing that sort of Lacklogan sort of, you know, very cottagecore vibes kind of thing. Then I made my Monet trousers using the NH pattern Sienna Trousers. They're really good. I like them. I even like the weird pocket style. It looks really professional, and it's just a little bit of extra sewing to make it look really, really fancy. And I love how high-waisted they are. I'm not, obviously, I really struggle buying commercial trousers, so, but yeah, I really do enjoy how high-waisted they are. They're proper secure because they go over my belly button, you know, proper high. They're really good for bloat, so yeah, so they are amazing. My sweater vest, which is steamed and finished, I'm so happy with that. That is amazing, you know, I can't wait to wear that. So yeah, and then last but not least, my mum's Sophie dress. So yeah, these are all my completed projects in like 48 hours, which is insane. Obviously not everything was started from scratch. A lot of it was just finishing projects, you know. Had to add the waistband to the bloomers. The Monet trousers I did start from scratch. I cut them out yesterday and got them sewed yesterday. The crochet sweater vest just needed finishing, needed steaming. And obviously my mum's Sophie dress needed arms, cuffs, and the bottom ruffle and a button sewing on. So yeah, so that is what that needed. So all good. But yeah, I won't include any footage of, you know, Sunflower cardigan because it won't be finished, and I haven't, you know, it's just weaving in ends, and I know I'm not going to get them finished because, yeah, I'm not even halfway yet. So, you know, so I'm being realistic with that, but I think that was amazing progress. And yeah, please let me know what you think of these vlogs. You know, let's do a final tick for the Sophie dress, just because I like doing that little animation. But no, please let me know what you think of, you know, this type of vlog, the subject, the extra bits in it, you know. Do you like my little bit of trying to edit? Please say you do, because I'm quite proud of it. But yeah, I'm more than happy to do some themed weekend vlogs as we go forward. Obviously I sew, I crochet, and I do sketchbook stuff, I do painting, I do art, you know. So yeah, so I'm more than happy, you know, because I do enjoy being creativity. It gives me such, as you can tell in my mood, such dopamine hit. So yeah, so I'm more than happy to do anything creative to give me that real boost of internal joy that my little sad brain needs a lot. So yeah, but no, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for sticking with me. And yeah, obviously I know today wasn't as much as yesterday, but we're not, you know, one-upping ourselves. If I just did one thing over this weekend, I would have been so chuffed. The fact I've done 4 is incredible. So yeah, so I'm really proud of myself. Yeah, link below. Tell me, you know, let's have a natter in the old comments. You know, what have you guys been up to? Have you done anything crafty? Have you started a project? Have you finished a project? You know, crafty can be, you know, housewives, you know. Have you changed up a bedroom theme? Have you added a load of stuff on your walls? Have you painted a wall? Have you, you know, done your garden? Have you done a bit of a clear out? Doesn't have to be necessarily, you know, it has to be with a sewing needle or a knitting needle or a crochet hook or, you know, a paintbrush. It can be something really simple as, you know, I took myself for a walk and I read my book. That's being creative, you know, because you are taking yourself out somewhere. Creativity in reading, you know. You're thinking of all those wonderful weird book movies if you're the kind of thinker that I am. If you read a book, you kind of imagine the movie in your head. I'm one of those readers. What kind of reader are you? Do you do that? I know not everyone does, but yeah. So when you see books that are from when you see movies that are from books, you watch it and you're like, well, that's not how I imagine that, and God, they don't look how they should, you know. So yeah, so that's why it's always interesting when you're watching books that are sort of adapted from, watching movies adapted from books. God, if I could talk the right way around, I'd be amazing, wouldn't I? So yeah, but thank you so much for sticking with me and, you know, watching this, you know, creative weekend vlog. And yeah, no, hit me up with some more themes. Is there anything particularly you would like to see as a themed weekend vlog? You know, a 48 hours doing X, you know, doing blah, you know, throw out some suggestions. But yeah, no, I have, yes, a travel sketchbook I'm trying to get done, and I'm about to start another. I've obviously got sewing projects, crochet projects, you know, all the good stuff. But no, yeah, give us a suggestion if you can think of anything you'd like to see, or you know, if you'd like something done so then you can craft with it, you know. That's what kind of inspired me to do this. I've been watching lots and lots of people who knit and crochet, little vlogs and just, yeah, chat videos, and I was like, oh, this is lovely, this is really soothing and really good and really just wholesome, and I thought I want to make something wholesome. So I hope it's done that for you. If you're new here and you've enjoyed it, please drop a subscribe. I'd love to have some new friends, and yeah, as I said, drop us a comment, you know, about all the things we've just said, because I'm not going to repeat myself, otherwise I just keep going in loops. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, I will catch up with you beautiful people in my next video. Bye.